All right, section 1.7, solving word problems. We're on page 38 if you want to turn there in your books. You will need to be looking along at the example with me, the word problem, in a minute. All right, now here's what you need to write down in example 1. You need... you need to know the general process of solving a word problem, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and just highlight what I want you to write down. Okay, so what is the plan when I go to solve word problems? Well, you need to figure out what information does the problem give you? What seems relevant, like relevant information in the word problem? Then, what does it ask you to solve for, and how can you connect those two together? Remember, connect involves an operation. We talked about the 4 basic operations, and what are they? Addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So one of those operations will help us get to our answer. Okay, so let's look at the band song scenario. We're on the top of page 38 in the real world example. All right, it says your school's marching band can play for up to 14 minutes during halftime at a football game. The band must choose 3 songs from the table, and one of the songs must be the school song. What songs can the band play? All right, so let's look at, what do you think some important information in this word problem that would be important to know? Bruce?
That the band has to play a school song.
Okay, has to play a school song. Good. Darius?
How long are the songs?
Okay, how long can the songs be together? How long? 14 minutes, right? And then there's one more, Larry? Very good. They have to play 3 songs. So let's see what combinations match that criteria. What combinations of the songs? All right, so we know we have to have the school song. All right, now does anybody see a combination that would work, that would still keep us under the time limit? Because how long is the school song? 3 minutes. So that leaves us how many minutes left? 11. Elena? D and what? Okay, C and D. What's another one? There's 4 altogether. What is it? A and B. That's another one. So A and B, C and D. What's another one?
B and C.
B and C. And last one? A and, not A and D, but A and C. A and C. Okay, so I've got 4 combinations here that work. But A and D did not work because why? Because their total play time was more than 14 minutes. So now that I think that I have my possible combinations, I need to ask myself, is my answer reasonable? And the way I can do that is just by finding my total. So how many minutes total are these songs? And I see clearly here that all of the songs are under the 14-minute time limit, so I know that my answers are reasonable. If one of my combinations was 20 minutes, then I would see clearly that my answer wasn't reasonable and I would change it. All right, so it's important once you come up with your answer to ask yourself, does it make sense? And if it doesn't, go back and see where you possibly went wrong. Now, that's pretty much it for our lesson. Your homework tonight, I do want to talk about it just briefly. Your homework tonight is going to be several different, you can call them word problems. They're different scenarios. You're going to be, it's kind of like a puzzle, kind of like a riddle. You're trying to figure out, you're trying to use the information, follow the steps that we learned today. What does the problem tell you? What does it ask you to find out? And what operation can connect that information to get you to your answer. All right, so 7 problems for homework tonight, and that's it for 1.7.